This is Android Basics, in which we bring you up to date on the things that you should know to use your Android phone.
Let's now turn on to our Android Basics segment, and today we're talking about the Samsung One UI. We continue in that, and we have our eighth entry in that. Here's a preamble to that area, and then we'll talk about it. We continue our journey now through the Samsung One UI, and this is part 8 in the series. Today I'll be looking at sounds and vibration. I am already in the system settings, and here's the area that I'm talking about.
Sounds and vibration, sound mode ringtone, 7 of 28.
Let's go ahead and tap on here.
Sounds and vibration, navigate up, button, out of list.
Upon tapping on sounds and vibration, we heard navigate at the top. Now, just directly below that are a set of 3 buttons, that is radio buttons, and they're arranged left to right. Starting from the left, here's what we got.
Sound, radio button, selected.
We have sound, radio button selected. That's by default. In other words, when I get a call or it's a notification, those are going to make sounds. To the right of it,
Vibrate, radio button, not selected.
we hear vibrate, radio button not selected. In other words, if I choose this, then every call, every notification that I have enabled will vibrate instead of making noises. Last item to the right,
Mute, radio button, not selected.
this is the mute button. In other words, if I turn this on, then my calls and my notifications and anything else, including system sounds like touch tones and all of that, will be muted. Next, we got a on-off switch that says
Vibrate while ringing, switch, off, 2 of 13.
vibrate while ringing. In other words, if you tend to be in noisy places, so maybe you're working outdoors or things of that nature, and you have your phone in your pocket, for example, and if it's hard for you to hear it, probably this would not be a bad idea to turn this feature on so that you can feel that vibration to let you know you either have an incoming call or something of that nature. So this is where you would enable that. Next, we move to the next item.
Ringtone, fun la la la, 3 of 13.
We come across a ringtone area, and mine is set to something called fun la la la, some kids stuff and all of that. Now, what happens is that when you tap here and you go in here, you'll see all the different ringtones. I'm not going to be playing any of them because I'm not sure as to what Google might do. They may flag us as copyright problems, and so I don't want to do that. But when you tap here,
Ringtone, navigate up, button, out of list. Dvorak songs my mother taught me, 40 of 77.
and there you could tap on each of these things to hear what it sounds like. And if you find the one that you like, then you can just go back because tapping on it automatically selects it. In some phones, you have to tap on the save at the top or at the bottom. But with the Samsung One UI, once you tapped on the one that you like and you like the song or the sound that it makes, then you'd simply go back. Like I said, I don't want to try any of this because I'm not sure if we'll get flagged for copyright, so I'm not going to do that. So let's go back from here.
Sounds and vibration. Ringtone, fun la la la, 3 of 13, in list, 13 items. Notification sound, silent, 4 of 13.
The next item we come across is notification sound, and mine says silent because I happen to be one of those that, don't tend to care about notifications. And as a matter of fact, I have every notification turned off except for my messaging and all of that. So when you tap on here, it's the same idea like we saw in the ringtones, and you can just check on the one that you like, and it makes that sound. And you simply go back and that one is selected as your notification sound. Next item.
System sound, 5 of 13.
System sound, that's where you go in here and you could choose to turn it on or off so that when you plug your phone on to the charger or disconnect, it makes a sound. And also here is where you'll find things like the keypad tones and all of that. This is where you go in. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
System sound. Navigate up. Button. System sound volume. 1 of 9. In list. 9 items.
We got system sound volume.
System sound volume. Slider. 0%. Disabled.
Mine is set to 0% because I've put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Next.
System sound theme. Galaxy. 2 of 9.
And this is the header, so it's the Galaxy and everything here relating to Galaxy sounds.
Heading. 3 of 9.
And we got
Touch interactions. Switch. On. 4 of 9.
this touch interactions,
Dialing keypad. Switch. On. 5 of 9.
the dialing keypad. If you don't like your keypad making sounds, you could turn it off here.
Samsung keyboard. Switch. On. 6 of 9.
If you don't want your keyboard to be making noises when you're typing, turn it off here.
Charging. Switch. On. 7 of 9.
Next,
Screen lock unlock. Switch. On. 8 of 9.
if you don't want to hear a sound when you shut off and turn on the screen, you could turn this off. And that's the last item. Let's go back.
Sounds and vibration. System sound. 5 of 13. In list. 13 items.
Moving on, we got
Volume. 6 of 13.
volume. Here's where you can go in and adjust the volumes of things, even including accessibility and all of that. I'll quickly show you what I'm talking about.
Volume. Navigate up. Button. Out of list.
And below that, we got,
Ringtone. Slider. 53%.
and if you swipe up or down with one finger, you're either increasing or decreasing it. And when you do that, it will make the sound for you to hear what the volume is at. I don't want to do that because of those copyright notices and things.
Media. 2 of 9.
We come across media.
Media. Slider. 60%.
Next,
Notifications. 3 of 9.
next,
Notifications. Slider. 33%.
next.
System. 4 of 9.
System again.
System. Slider. 0%.
That's the
Disabled.
volume of the system.
Bixby
Next,
voice. 5 of 9.
we come across Bixby voice.
Bixby voice. Slider. 47%.
And you can adjust your Bixby voice here.
Accessibility. 6 of 9.
We come across accessibility and
Accessibility. Slider. 80%.
mine is set to 80%.
Do not disturb turned on. 7 of 9.
I got the do not disturb here and it's turned on because I don't want calls making noises while I'm doing this.
Use volume keys for media. Control the media volume by default when you press the volume keys. Switch on. 8 of 9.
And here, basically, it's telling us what you can use your volume keys for. If you don't want to use them for this purpose, you can turn it off. And that's the last item. Let's go back.
Sounds and vibration. Volume. 6 of 13. In list. 13 items.
Next, we come
Call
across
vibration. Silent. 7 of 13.
call vibrations and silence. You can go in here and adjust how that works. Next,
Notification vibration. TikTok. 8 of 13.
here you could choose a different sounds here. For some reason, mine is on TikTok. I don't even like TikTok or whatever that TikTok is. Maybe it's TikTok, TikTok, that kind of like a clock. That's what this probably is. But you can tap in here and check box for the stuff you want. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Notification vibration.
We got
Basic. 5 of 17. In list.
We got
17.
basic.
Heartbeat. 6 of 17.
Heartbeat.
TikTok. Checked. 7
TikTok,
of 7.
which is
Waltz.
checked.
8 of 17.
Waltz.
Zig zig zig. 9 of 17.
Got the zig, zig, zig. Let's go back.
Sounds and vibration. Notification vibration. TikTok. 8 of 13. In list.
Next.
System vibration. 9 of 13.
And the system vibration, of course, having to do with items that you touch and they will vibrate and all of that. Now, I'm not the one that likes those, so I have mine turned off. But this is where you can go choose how the vibration modes are. Next.
Vibration intensity. 10 of 13.
And here you can go in and choose the intensity of the vibration. If you like them strong, you like them medium, or on the weaker side of things, here's where you go in to choose that. Next item.
Sound quality and effects, 11 of 13.
We come to something called sound quality and effect. Let's quickly jump in here and see what this is all about.
Allow sound quality and effects to find, connect to, and determine the relative position of nearby devices. Allow, button, out of list.
And I'll say allow, or you could tap on do not allow.
Sound quality and effects. Navigate up, button.
We are now on this screen, and let's go ahead and see what this is all
Navigate up,
about.
button. Sound quality and effects.
It says sound quality and effects, and that's there at the very top. And if you move your finger down below the navigate to top,
Dolby Atmos. Experience breakthrough audio for media playback that flows above and around you.
and to the right of that is an on-off switch that says,
Dolby Atmos. Switch off.
by default, mine is switched off, but if you want to experience that Dolby sound, you turn it on so you could experience what that sounds like. Moving on down,
Dolby Atmos for gaming. Get realistic Dolby Atmos sound automatically when you play games. Switch on.
and the one for gaming is turned on. Next,
Equalizer. Normal.
and we come across equalizer. So if I tap here, you could choose how you want to equalize things. I'll quickly show you what I'm talking about.
Sound quality and effects. Equalizer.
And we have,
Radio button. Not selected. Classic.
we've got classic,
Radio button. Not selected. Jazz.
jazz.
Radio button. Not selected. Rock.
So you can go through this and choose how you want it. I'm going to go back.
Sound quality and effects. Equalizer. Normal.
Moving from equalizer, next we come across,
UHQ upscaler. Enhance the sound resolution of music and videos for a clearer listening experience. Switch off. Disabled.
and mine says it's off, disabled, because I didn't turn it on near the top. Next,
Adapt sound. Find the best sound for you.
so adapt sound, find the best sound for you. Let's go in here and see what this is all about.
Allow adapt sound to make and manage phone calls. Allow button.
I'm going to tell it allow for this
Adapt
demonstration.
sound. Navigate up button.
And now I'll put my finger near the top so we hear what this is all about.
Your ears are unique. You may be more sensitive or less sensitive to certain frequencies of sound compared to other people. Your hearing varies with age, and may even differ from your left ear to your right ear. Adapt sound gives you perfect sound that's tuned just for your ears. It works whenever you're wearing headphones.
And below that we got,
Adapt sound for media and calls.
and is for media and calls.
Choose a preset that matches your age, or try a hearing test to get fully personalized sound.
Next,
Radio button. Selected. Off no boost 1 of 4. In list 4 items.
next,
Radio button. Not selected. Under 30 years old. Boost high frequencies 2 of 4.
next.
Under 30 years old setting.
And we have a settings to the right of it there.
Radio button. Not selected. 30 to 60 years old. Boost high mid frequencies 3 of 4.
And that will be right within my age group right there. And to the right of it
30 to 60 years old setting.
is that same setting. So you can go in here and fine tune it. Next, we come across,
Radio button. Not selected. Over 60 years old. Boost all frequencies 4 of 4.
so if you're over 60, you probably want to boost all the frequencies. And that's what this represents. And of course, to the right of it is the settings.
Over 60 years old setting.
And you can fine tune it. Next, I think this may be the last item.
Test my hearing. Button. Out of list.
And you have the last item here as test my hearing. Let's go back.
Sound quality and effects. Adapt sound. Find the best sound for you.
And we're back to that screen. And that's the last item. Let's go back.
Sounds and vibration. Sound quality and effects. 11 of 13. In list 13 items.
The last item here is,
Separate app sound. Play media sound from one app on a different audio device. 12 of 13.
separate app sounds. In other words, you could choose to play songs coming from Spotify or from YouTube Music or YouTube to a different audio device and thus not carrying along with it your screen reader. And I believe that we've demonstrated this, John has demonstrated this in one of our tips of the week. So it wouldn't make sense for me to go in here again. But if you want to hear what it is like, you can make reference to that and we'll put that in the show notes. Or you could just search on our YouTube and you'll find what I'm talking about. I'll now hand this back to the podcast crew as we deliberate upon these things. That's the preamble to it. John, you're the big Samsung guy. And the funniest thing is that most of you guys, the bulk of our crew, is all Samsung. And no wonder you guys like to make jokes about my beautiful Google phones. John, you want to lead off about this one since you are so much a Samsung lover. I used to be a Samsung lover, and I still am. Don't misunderstand me, guys. It's just that I think I'm a little bit pixelated.
And you're a shameless Pixel fanboy. Yeah.
I'm very shameless. No
Yeah.
question. Sally, I thought you were my friend. No?
I'm your friend, but we are competing, So
That will make all sense.
yeah.
So let's talk about this Samsung One UI that we continue. And this is sounds and vibration.
Yeah, so I guess there's not too much different from a Pixel device, but the big thing that people love about Samsung phones that Pixels cannot do is the separate app sounds or separate app sounds, depending on if you use that word as a noun or a verb. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but yeah, the point is there's a way on a Samsung phone to remove your talkback voice from the Bluetooth speaker you're playing all your media on and keep it on your phone.
You know, the other thing that I like about the Samsung, when you go into the ringtone, all you have to do is slide up or slide down on that slider and it will just play it. And I really like that. For Google, you have to check it in order to play it. So I like that ease of use that Samsung has implemented in there.
Yeah, you might find this funny, Warren. I do like the Pixel ringtones, especially for notification sounds. So I've actually saved all of them to my Samsung phone. So I actually use a lot of the Pixel ringtones and notification tones on my Samsung phone.
So I think, John, this is where we need to put the public service announcement to Samsung and go and tell them that we need to update our sounds, because much like you, I've actually gone and put a bunch of OnePlus sounds into my phone because I'm just not a fan of the same old tones coming out of Samsung.
Yeah, I think what the problem is that people just don't use ringtones and notification tones like they used to. I mean, I'd say 90% of people just keep their phones on silent all the time. So I don't think it's a big priority for these companies anymore. But yeah, Samsung, they definitely need to step it up and give us some new, fresh ringtones and notification sounds.
To support what you're saying, nothing phone has absolutely nothing like as a ringtone. Did you see that, Warren? Like there are only a couple of ringtones on nothing phone.
Yeah, they have some. I didn't care about it.
Only
but
a
of
few
course,
ringtones.
But remember, though, you can use that glyph, glyph creator or whatever, to create your own ringtones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting.
The glyph composer. There we go. You could use a composer to compose your own ringtones or notifications and things like that. Now, it's kind of a little bit complicated, but you can do it if you are so determined. Now, talking about ringtones and how it is that people don't, I can see my kids, they never have their ringer on. And to be honest, you call them, forget that. The best thing is to just text and you can get hold of someone. But you call, nah, it's not happening. So I can see why people are not big on ringtones. Anyone remember back then how it was that, some sites were charging you like $5 a pop to create ringtones? It was the thing, wasn't it?
People used to
Like,
love their ringtones. They'd pay. I remember you could pay like your carrier for
Well,
ringback tones, where
yeah.
like when somebody called you, they would hear a certain song playing back to them instead of just the ring.
I
So yeah,
right?
it used to be a big thing.
Those
Yeah, I
were
spent
so
a lot of
cool.
money for those ringback tones and also a lot of money for getting new ringtones. I remember those days.
I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not have had the Sermon Mix-a-Lot songs for my ringback tones.
It was the thing. Now, talking about separating app sounds on that Samsung separate app sounds, I really like that feature. And both Karin and John, you guys have demonstrated this for our episodes. And I'm going to make sure that I put those YouTube URLs in there. So if you've missed those, you could listen to the one that Karin had or to the one that John had. And it's one of those beauties that we find in the Samsung phone. Now, guys, on your side, however, I'm still a pixelated guy. So I love that pixel, and I can't make Samsung my main driver, but maybe down the road I might. But it's a beautiful device. I like what Samsung is doing, and I like the fun la 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 ringtone that I have. It's a kids section. I love the kids stuff.
Regarding the ringtones, there is something also from Samsung, which is the distributions of the over the horizon. Well, okay, the default one is terrible. I can say the old one was much better, and I still use it, despite the fact that it's not built into my phone. However, I still use it for some people on WhatsApp. Actually, they have like made a collaboration with BTS, I think, or I don't know. They did something related to Over the Horizon with a band.
Yeah,
With a band.
with BTS, that's
Yeah,
true. Mhm.
yeah, and
It's two
also
guys
they
from
included
BTS.
the music, like several distributions of the Over the Horizon. I don't remember what's the section called. Do you remember it? Its name
I don't quite remember,
maybe.
but it's from Samsung or exclusive to Samsung. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, something like that. But one of them is good. However, I'm not going to put it as a ringtone anyway. But it's good, I think. And they are just trying to like do something with this over the horizon, which became something like we are used to from Samsung. However, I hope that the default one is a little bit improved.
Not using Samsung phones, I tend to like all of the ringtones that I hear in there because you guys probably have been using it for so long and you've grown tired of them. But I actually like them, as a Pixel user. I say the opposite because we have the same old, Atria or whatever, those ringtones. And I mean, they try to bring new stuff now and then, but some of the other stuff I don't care about. But I think Google, when it comes to ringtones, they try to bring in new stuff, but a lot of them, same old, same old.
Comparing them to the stupid iPhone ringtones, I think we are good to go. I think with what you
Oh,
have.
don't go there, girl. I was at Walmart the other day and I heard the dun, 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 and it was just pissing me off. I'm like, shut that thing off. I actually said that. Oh, drives me bonkers. I don't know why people don't change their ringtones, but I mean that thing is so annoying. It's like some dry. I don't know what is that. What's that thing at school that kids play on? I think it's from Africa originally or whatever. Marimba, I don't remember. The kids have it in their music rooms and,
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
marimba,
It's like,
marimba.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it reminds me
Yeah,
so much. The Fruitvale ringtone reminds me so much of that. It's so
yeah.
annoying.
Warren, now that I know how much you love that ringtone, I'm gonna download it and assign it to my phone for when you call me.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Okay, so I just pulled it up here on my phone. And the over-the-horizon tones are found in the Samsung branded section. And we have the original Over-the-Horizon 2022, produced by BTS, and Over-the-Horizon by Suga by BTS.
So over
I
the
like
horizon must be something really great that Samsung is falling in love with, right?
I don't know why, but yes, I think
since
so.
the Galaxy S2, they keep on changing to making new versions. And what I like was from S3. The or Over the Horizon was the best on S3.
You mean the one with the
Maybe
quick
it's like
lead?
Like kind of like orchestral version.
Oh no, no, not this one. I'm. Do you remember the one that was like the quick the beat was quick and it was
No,
like
it's not
exciting
quick.
thing?
It's kind of epic.
No, not the one that I like.
But I like that one.
maybe Over the Horizon is like Samsung's version of their signature ringtone, like the Nokia thing everybody knows, the doodle doo doodle doo doodle doo doo. Like this is Samsung's version of it, so they want to hang on to it and keep remixing it and making new versions of it.
But I mean, at least Nokia's ringtone gets stuck in your head and you don't mind it. Samsung's is just, it's overused and just bland. Even the remakes I find to be very bland. Nothing too exciting.
You talk about the Nokia ringtone. When I went to Europe, France, that thing drove me nuts. It tells me a lot of Europeans were using the Nokia phone because I never hear that around here until I go to that part of the world. And it was like just absolutely crazy. And I'm talking back in like 2012 or even 2007. It was just so annoying.
You know what? My favorite my favorite use of that Nokia ringtone is, I think it was the third one, Jurassic Park 3. The dinosaur ate somebody, right? And then their phone was ringing from inside the dinosaur, and you could hear it.
That was seriously the best I have ever seen.